Hey guys, this is Marty Angler from Angling Waters Outdoors, and you're listening to my pally, Manny Moonraker, right here on UFO Busted Radio Network. Hey Manny, you know why I fish at night? Can you say UFO? UFO! That's right.
Hey, this is UFO Buster Radio, and this is Manny Moonraker, episode number 107 of the UFO Report. Now, I've been gone for a week, and I had to do a lot of soul searching, and let's talk about that. Let's get it out the way real quick, because we have another rubber dicking news article about the Tic Tac freaking UFO nonsense. Does it offer more information? I don't know, but this thing was published 7 hours ago, and it's still the same nonsense, and it's coming out of the New York Post. So, I don't know. Why is this thing continuously coming out with the same old shit? It's beyond me, but I am the Moonraker, the guys that say that I look at this ufology thing from a completely different perspective. It's true. It's no fucks given. And some of you apparently don't like the term rubber dicker, rubber dicking, rubber dickies. And I'm sorry about that. It just becomes like a household thing. And some of you don't get it. Some of you were not there when this term first came to light. And I can understand if it becomes kind of part of my vernacular, if you will. So I do use it a lot because I know what it means. I know that Stephen Greer is a rubber dicker. And I know that the award that we give once a year is a rubber dicky. By the way, that's coming this year as well. In the fall, we're going to have the rubber dickies. And the way I see it right now, the only people in the running to win a rubber dicky for 2018, in my humble opinion, it has got to be, those guys that brought us this freaking Elizondo and the Blink-182 reject. But we're not going to mention any names because I don't want to taint you guys in your voting. But listen, if you don't follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google+, you are missing on the videos that I'm posting. So let's get into that real quick before we jump into this article because it's nonsense. But it's fresh off the press, so we might as well just talk about it, get it out the way. Then we could put it at the bottom of the birdcage or flush it down the toilet where it belongs. So I've been doing some soul searching, like I said. I've been away a week. I said I'd be back earlier. I do have 2 interviews that are coming, and I'm telling you, these interviews are going to be fantastic. But the Moonraker has been doing some soul searching, and I haven't scheduled these interviews, and there's a reason for that. Because it's been some time, right? We've been here, we've been listening. Big O, myself, all the guests that have come on, and all the bullshit that I talk about that gets reported in the UFO Report News. And while I can't help any of that, I can't really help either feeling like there's got to be some kind of a change, some kind of a new thing to UFO Buster Radio and what we offer. The one thing that I've been threatening or say announcing. I mean, some people might take it as a threat because in YouTube, people talk a lot of shit and there's a lot of trolls. But the one thing that I've been saying is that I need to really grasp what YouTube has to offer. And definitely it's not money because they don't pay out shit anymore. They're rubber dicking everyone just like Stephen Greer is. But basically, it's time for UFO Buster Radio to tackle what we termed a long time ago as the legacy UFO incident. And when I say legacy, I'm talking about Aurora, I'm talking about, things like Phoenix, the Lubbock Lights, things like that. Rendlesham, those are legacy incidents. And I say legacy because they're old as fuck. They're not things that are happening right now, But rubber dickers like to go back to them. So guess what? Now UFO Buster Radio is going to go back to them as well. And we're going to craft a few videos / quote unquote, or however you want to put it, documentaries, UFO Buster Radio style, about these incidents. And some of them, we're going to start with the ones really that begin in Texas, right? So we got Aurora, we got a Cash Landrum, we got the one down in Edinburgh, down there by the Mexico border. You know, there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, we got, there's plenty. There's plenty in fucking Texas that we can look at, even the Lubbock Lights and Stephenville. I mean, shit, there's a plethora of UFO incidents here that we can consider as legacy incidents that need to be looked at from a blue-collar perspective and a no fucks given perspective. Sorry, I got stuck on the fuck word. A no fucks given perspective. Because enough is enough. I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be live. And we'll use whatever data we can find. And we're going to post a thesis to this. And we're going to prove it the no fucks way. And of course, I'm sure we'll be trolled. There'll be people who sell books on this stuff that have their own perspective and are going to try to shit on UFO Buster Radio because that's what they do. They do not like any kind of perspective that's different from what they're publishing and selling to the people. And you know what? We might be lucky. It might just be a no fucks given attitude, but we might come to the same conclusion, right? I mean, a probing is a probing. You can't really get around that. If you got stuck, you got stuck. But in the meantime, I want you guys to follow me on social media like some of the thousands of other people are, just so that you can keep up with me. Because even though I'm not going to be posting 2-3 times a week, and that is part of the issue, I need to work on these documentaries, so I'm going to post once a week. So because of that, you got to follow me on social media because I'm still going to be active on social media. I'm still going to be posting little videos and giving updates on how these documentaries are coming and basically what you can expect from these documentaries. You know, I'll give you little updates and things like that because I'm that type of guy. Now, there is one documentary that I've been itching to do, and that is the Ronnie Dawson story. I mean, who does not want to know the Ronnie Dawson story? Yeah, those Japanese guys, they put their own thing together and they put a little thing on Ronnie Dawson, but it's not going to be the same if it's not done by Manny Moonraker. And maybe we can get Big O to get in there and help us out down in Ranger, Texas, and really tell the story of Ronnie Dawson and his incidents. But so, Rodney, if you're listening, you're on my radar. But probably not till the spring of next year, but you're on my radar. Now, for you rubber dickers and trollers, I'm not Steven Spielberg. I'm not going to turn out an Avengers movie for you. So if that's what you're waiting for, you can kiss my derriere. It's going to take time to get there, but we will get there eventually. But this is like a trial and error situation. I am not a videographer, but I'm going to tell the story of these UFO incidents, whether trollers like it or not. So stay tuned because we're coming to you live with some real good stuff. And, like I said, if you have some opinions, or you have a take on any of these stories, any of these incidents, let me know. As soon as you see the video, don't be afraid to post your rebuttals or your comments or things like that, because I look for that. I actually look for people to post their stuff, even the Anunnaki gods on Google+. Please, poke your little incidents. Post it. Yeah, post your perspective. Post what you think really happened because we can discuss it. I'm okay discussing your perspective as long as you don't come in here and try to post things like you have 20-pound balls and no one else can handle them. Because I know Big O can. He can handle your 20-pound balls if you put them out there. Big O, if you're listening, sorry about that, but I had to take a shot. Anyway, so here's the deal. So the New York Post, and this is the article that you guys are right now you're saying to yourself, can you get on with it, Manny Moonraker? Get to the damn article because I want to switch to another podcast. I know some of you think that way. No fucks given. Basically, the New York Post, 7 hours ago from the time that we're recording this podcast, reported more information. According to them, the article title says, Military Report Reveals More Strange Details on UFO Sightings. Now listen, I read this article because I thought, holy shit, finally, we've got more info. The article is talking about the Tic Tac video. And it's talking about what happened in December when the New York Times released the information about the military monitoring UFOs way back when, blah, 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 blah. Which we know, according to them, they're not doing that anymore. They spent their millions of hard-earned tax money and they decided there's nothing there for us to look at. But, of course, thanks to Tom DeLonge and his team, apparently that's not the case. And basically, we're looking at stuff, the same old shit over and over since December, but we're still looking at it. And so that's where this article is at, 2 Stars Academy. We love to hate you at UFO Buster Radio. Hopefully you get this crap together because it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But this stupid article that freaking came out like 7 hours ago, thanks for nothing, New York fucking Post. I'm sorry, I'm a little angry about this. But thanks for nothing, New York Post. So basically, they talk about the incident with the F-18s and basically how they saw this Tic Tac video, solid white, smooth, no edges, and uniformly colored with nothing anywhere, wings, pylons, no shit. It was a goddamn Tic Tac, like you just took it out the damn pack after you bought it at Walmart, and you shook it on your hand, and there came out a Tic Tac, and basically that shit was flying around. So that's basically what they're saying. Now, of course, their Tic Tac, according to the reports, was about 46 feet long. That's a lot of minty breath that's going to last you a while. But according to this, which I didn't know, is because I don't really, follow F-18s everywhere they go. But the F-18, it measures about 56 feet long. So this 46-foot gigantic Tic Tac, listen, I'd be scared shitless, to be honest with you. Because the fact of the matter is, if you watch Ghostbusters and you saw Stay Puft, there's got to be a point when the little shit that you eat becomes gigantic that you wonder what the fuck is really going on in life. The only thing in this article that seemed to really stand out to me is how they describe the fact that this incident with this Tic Tac video happened over several days. And according to this, we did hear before how this Tic Tac decided that it can just go rapidly up and down from 60,000 feet to 50 feet and back up again. But according to them, the officials consider the possibility that it is capable of operating underwater and moving through the air and the sea at will. Now, in a way, it's not new because the reports that we heard the pilot give was that this thing was actually coming out of the water. So no fucks given to you, New York Post. Again, it's somebody trying to get clicks, and they got me because I clicked on the shit. And it was nothing new, nothing really that anyone would like to hear. But if you like repeating things over and over, like watching season 3 of The Walking Dead like 30,000 times, guess what? You can actually click on the article link that's in the description and you can read this account 1,000 more times, because it seems like we are almost a total of 6 months since this damn thing was reported, and we're still reporting the same story over and over. It's like a bad Groundhog Day. Can somebody at 2 Stars Academy, can somebody at Bigelow's camp, can somebody give me something new? Why is it that we are still repeating the same old shit over and over again, like we've got a bad case of Tourette's, and it has UFO written all over it? I guess for me it would be Tourette's, because you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. That's a story. If you want to look at it, if you're a fan of the New York Post and the fact that they keep everything nice, short, and sweet, the link is in the description. Check it out. If you're not a fan of the Post and you don't want to read this shit anymore, you might have to stop searching for UFO reports for quite a while, because it seems that this ATIP situation, 2 Stars Academy, and the rest of the cronies, it's going to dominate the UFO news. Now, and to be honest, I looked around, and we just keep on rehashing the same old stories over the last few months. There's nothing significant to report, and that's why I decided maybe we need to visit the old shit. Let's visit the legacy stuff, and let's get that craziness out the way. And let's talk shit about that, because honestly, everybody else does. Everybody else writes books and they do videos and they give lectures at UFO conferences, and they totally do it with no fucks given. They don't care what the fuck you think. they're going to post whatever the hell they want. So here at UFO Buster Radio, we're going to post whatever the fuck we want. And, hey, listen. It's not Coast to Coast, right? It's not George Noory. It's not Art Bell. It's not any of those guys. It's Manny Moonraker. So if you want to listen to ufology stories with a bit of a lighter take on it, without trying to hear someone that's going to drill it into your head in a really drab and dry way, then you want to check out the documentaries. As soon as the first one is done, I'll post it every which way but loose. But until then, once a week, I will be here and I will find some goddamn thing to talk about. And as soon as this documentary is done, I will let you know. But if you want to know ahead of time, follow me on social media. The links are in the description. Just do it. And lastly, we just found out that we are also being, listed on Castbox. So the link for Castbox is also in the description. If you happen to use Castbox and you like it better than everywhere else, then go ahead, check it out. But, keep in mind that the only place that you're going to listen to this podcast live, when it does go live, it's on Spreaker.com. Everywhere else, it's a rerun, it's a repeat, it's syndicated. But even if you do listen to it syndicated, I appreciate it nonetheless. Continue to download, continue to share and spread the story of a crazy ass guy in Texas by the name of Manny fucking Moonraker and the fact that he's making Rubber Dicker a household name. Until next time, ciao, sayonara, bye bye, adios, peace.